G'day guys, how you going? Trent here from Trent Baynes PT. Hey, I decided quite a long time ago that I was going to do a competition, a bodybuilding competition. I'm going to do physique and fitness to see which one I do better at. But I put a poll out there and you guys would like to accompany me on my journey. So I thought I'd start off on basically what I'm currently eating, where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and then I'll show you guys some video on my current posing and stuff like that as well. Okay, so currently we're 12 weeks out as of yesterday. It's Tuesday today. It was Monday yesterday, and the day before that was Sunday. And I'm going to call this episode 1. Okay, so basically here is where I'm at. Okay, we are currently at 78.9 kilos. That's what I weighed in at this morning. I have been slowly and steadily losing weight over the past 12 weeks. So I did originally start at about 85 kilos. All right, so that's, a loss of 6 kilos so far, which is pretty sweet. So it's been a steady kind of 500 gram drop pretty much every week, which is basically how you want to approach this sort of thing, or from what I've read anyway. Okay, so my current macros are 1870 calories. You can already tell I'm low on calories and I can't even speak. So 1870. On my training days, I've got 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of fat. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to prioritize my carbs over my fat to help with the muscle building and help with getting a good pump and making sure that I'm replenishing all my muscle glycogen. Okay, and then on my off days, which is usually when I'm at work, so I usually work 4 days on, 4 days off, 3 days on, and in those 3 days I'm up at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I will be home at about 7:30 at night. So once I've done that, I'm usually pretty knackered and I don't want to actually do a lot for the day. So in the afternoon, so I'm probably not going to train. I might sneak in a cardio session, but I'm going to still keep my cardio sessions on off days as technically an off day, not a training day. Okay, so my protein is 200 grams, my carbs are a fair bit lower at 133 grams, and my fats are 60 grams. So I bring them up nice and high to help with my hormone replacement and making sure, hormone replenishment, right? Trying to make sure that I'm making enough hormones to, like testosterone and things like that, to make sure that when I'm on my training days, I'm nice and high and building quality muscle. Okay, so this actually equals to about 1872 calories, right? So that one's just by 2 calories higher, which is not a big deal. My training is changing slightly compared to what it used to be. So I was doing squats and deadlifts, but I've taken them out only because I feel like at the moment I'm getting a pretty good pump with things like leg press and like lower body sort of hamstring work. And when I get kind of low in my carbs, I don't want to be like potentially sacrificing form and really using a massive taxing exercise to just because squats and deadlifts are great. Okay, so I want to kind of focus on getting good stretch in my quads, good stretch in my hamstrings as well, and my back and stuff. But taking those sorts of exercises is going to be good for making sure that I don't get injured. Okay, so squats and deadlifts are quite technical in the way that they're performed. So you want to make sure that when you're doing these things, you're always 100% good with your technique, or else you could potentially hurt yourself. So I'm going to take those out. I'm increasing volume pretty much every week. So when I'm kind of judging on the day how I'm feeling and saying, okay, so I'm feeling like my back needs a little bit more work today. I worked it last week, but I feel like I could push it a little bit more. So I might include 2 to 3 sets extra for the week, maybe even 4 if I'm feeling really good. All right, so last week I really pushed it on my lats and I really pushed it on my front delts as well. And I can actually see change already, which is good. Also, I did a lot more bicep and tricep, which I can really see a lot coming out on my triceps. Some weeks increase in training frequency. So this week I've had quite a few days off, which is pretty sweet. It's how my roster has worked. So I've included an extra upper body day, which I'll be doing tomorrow. So I'm going to be hitting some more chest, shoulders, kind of more the lagging parts, which I'm finding that my chest is probably lagging the most. I need a little bit more work on my upper chest. My shoulders are coming through quite well, but I also need to make sure that I'm trying to get rid of this little bit of fat, little bit of pudge that I've got hanging around here, which doesn't feel as much as what it used to, but it is definitely still there, and it's going to kind of, it's something that I really need to get rid of, or else I'm not going to look my best when I'm on stage. So extra volume days for lagging body parts is pretty much what I just said. My cardio is, it increases and it decreases as I see fit. So I don't want to do too much on my legs because my legs are actually quite good. From the feedback that I got from my posing coach, she said that I probably shouldn't be doing a lot when it comes to my legs. So I shouldn't be doing a lot of like elliptical and treadmill and stair work because I will burn out my legs. So what I want to do is I want to try and do a little bit more upper body stuff. So that makes it a little bit harder in terms of like LISS cardio, so low intense steady state cardio. So, you know, doing things like battle ropes and boxing and stuff, it's still going to use my legs, but, you know, it's going to allow me to kind of tone up my upper body a little bit more. All right, so that's at about 120 minutes at the moment, roughly. So I'm doing about 30-minute stints. I did a 35-minute stint yesterday because I decided that I was going to eat a little bit more, so I felt like I needed to work it off a little bit more. So yeah, cardio is at 120 minutes. That will be strict as of this week. The past few weeks hasn't really been that strict, okay? So this is basically where I'm at. We're gonna switch quickly just to my posing, and I'll give you a little bit of a brief overlay on that as well. And then from there, I will pretty much see you later. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate that you've actually taken some time to sit down and watch this. I know it is a little bit of a longer video. It's probably going to be around about 10 minutes, but I want you to just know that I really appreciate that you guys have actually taken time to watch this. If you can, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'd super duper appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 2. Hopefully I'm a little bit leaner. See what happens. Bye.